Hello guys, it is Ryan here, and today we are going to be starting a huge project. I'm sorry for the lack of videos I've been putting up. If you actually like my channel, which is probably not likely, because I'm not a good YouTuber. So today we're going to make a game like this game that I have here. And so you see there's a health bar which hasn't been brought down by anything yet. When you pick up a key, goes in your backpack. Well, in our game it's just going to be one of these slots because it's a little buggy with all of these. And you're going to be able to heal yourself with potions like you see in this game. So that's what we're going to make, and it's going to have automatically updating files for X and Y. That's pretty awesome. So let's go to my regular games workspace and start our game. We could use an engine for this. That would make it so much easier. So you think we will. I have my own engine called NeuroTD. So I will put it in the description as a Mediafire link. And I'm just going to copy this. And let's make a new project. RPG top down. And right click the project. Well, I'm going to do this. Paste if you have it in your clipboard. Then, once it's in your project, you're going to right click neuro2d.jar, build path, add to build path. So this is going to make it so much easier for us. I got some of the code from my friend. He told me about some of the code for a state manager so that we can easily switch between states. And that's what I usually use in some of my games. So let's create a new class. So just right click your source, and in package let's type me.ryan or whatever your name is. Sorry. And then you're gonna create and then in the name you're gonna say program or whatever you want. Either program or main, I think. So I'm gonna do program because main sounds weird. And we're gonna do private static. This is where my library comes in. Private static game. Trust me, it's not always this easy. And let's say public static void main string array args. And then game inside of our main method. Game equals a new game. And this is going to initialize our game, but we have to add the width, height, scale on which to scale our game. This is going to be our title. So let's put RPG top down tutorial. You could put whatever you want. You could put the name of your game there, and it'll show up at the top of your window. Let's say the original width 320, the original height 240, and the scale, which would be 3. That just makes everything bigger, and if you change the scale, it'll just make everything smaller with it. So it's good in graphics. Sorry guys, I just have allergies. Sorry. And then in the last thing, we're going to do the millisecond wait time. Let's say one millisecond every tick. And let's say first we have to add our states. Let's game.start first, and then we will add our states. And then let's say me.ryan.state as a new package. And I need to explain the state, sure, and states. So let's just look up state. And if you don't know how I'm doing this, just click superclass, browse, state, look up state, and I have the second one. Look for the one that says net.neural, not the one that says org.omg.port, that stuff, and javox.swing.play.nimbus. And let's say this is our menu state. Immediately we'll get all of this, and you'll be like, where'd this come from? It's just from this extending state. It just gives us mouse clicked and stuff, key released, mouse dragged, so it's easier for us. Let's say draw, graphics G, key pressed K, key released K, int mx, int my, int mb. That was weird. Int mb. So let's keep doing this for every single mouse method. Oh, not mb, mx. Sorry about that. And for mouse moved, you just have to do mx and my, because mouse moved, it does it no matter if you're pressing down or not pressing down on the mouse. But for everything else, we need to do this with the MB. That stands for mouse button. This is just some simple stuff that comes with states. So let's think of a state as I'm doing this as a different window, and like, not different window, like cards. The cards have pictures on them and stuff on them that represents things in our game. So let's say one of the cards has a play button, our title, and a something button, and an exit button. And that would be a menu state. And then one of them has our player on it moving around, and that would be our play state. When the person clicks play on our menu card, the person holding the cards would switch the play card for the menu card, and it would show the play card on the screen. Well, that's my best explanation of states. Let's create, in our program, let's create a private static method, private static void. Add states, just so it's easier once you get a lot of states. Put this above all else. Grammar, I'm so good at it. And then let's do state manager dot add state. And for state, let's do new menu state. And then press Command Shift O. And on once you do that, it'll automatically import menu state. And this is just adding it to our state manager, which in my library is just, it just manages the states. Every state you add to it. So let's say public static final int menu equals 0. And then instead of putting 0 in that first parameter, we'll put menu because 0 specifies the ID of that state. And then let's put public static final int game, or no, we already have play equals new, or 1 equals 1. And we'll use that later when we add our play state. So when we run this now, it should give our window with no errors, and it should say RPG top-down tutorial. That is so much easier than using a regular than using just making it from scratch. This just does everything from scratch for you, but once you get into the game, it doesn't really do anything. It's just to start up your game. So I hope you liked that tutorial. I will put the link for my game in the description. So I hope you like that, like I said, and goodbye.